Now that you have Sting's attention, what Sting song would you want to mess with or even feature with him on?
I gotta dive into it before I make that. I'd rather.
You gotta get the percentages right.
For many people, Juice WRLD is just that bodega that has a good selection of Snapple flavors. But the Chicago-born rapper by the name Juice WRLD took the rap game and pop music charts by storm in 2018 with his emo rap hit, Lucid Dreams. Juice came from humble beginnings, starting his journey as a rapper in high school, releasing tracks on SoundCloud under the name Juice the Kid. At the time, he was working in a factory like a young B-rabbit from 8 Mile. But in his spare time, Juice began to develop his musical sound and build up a catalogue of bangers. And so he ended up linking up with the Internet Money Production Collective via a friend when he had only a humble 300 followers on SoundCloud. And off that connection, begun creating bangers with Internet Money boy Nick Mira around 2017.
I met Juice by my homeboy DT, aka Side Piece, around say like 2 years ago. He was on Twitter, he met him, he's like, yo, I found this kid, he's from Chicago, he's got like 300 SoundCloud followers, he sounds dope, we should start working with him. Ever since then, we've just been sending him stuff.
And together, they'd craft an EP that featured the song Lucid Dreams that would bring Juice WRLD to the forefront of both the hip-hop consciousness and the courtroom floor. Nick Mira created the beat for Lucid Dreams after being inspired, like so many 15-year-old girls with a black and white Tumblr blog, by the outro song of the film Leon the Professional. Of course, that was Sting's classic track, Shape of My Heart.
When I was making the song, actually the original sample, Sting, Shape of My Heart, I was watching a movie, The Professional, Leon the Professional. It was an outro song, I heard it. I thought it was crazy, I had to flip it into my own beat. That's when I heard it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much where I got the sample from.
It was initially released for free as part of his 999 SoundCloud EP after he graduated from high school in June 2017. And the buzz around Juice WRLD continued to pick up after his follow-up EP, Nothing's Different. That project included the standout track All Girls Are the Same, piquing the interest of music industry moguls, major record labels, and of course heartbroken young men who have recently been ghosted. And by March, he'd reportedly signed a deal with Interscope worth a whopping $3 million. One hell of a deal, $250,000 of which Juice WRLD immediately blew on a bust-down AP.
I got a watch. It's an AP, all baguettes. It was like $250.
More specifically, the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Skeleton with baguette diamonds. Juice has very good taste. Anyway, $3 million poorer, Interscope had their corporate blood-sucking eyes on Lucid Dreams. The track picked up some serious SoundCloud steam, eventually getting 2.5 million plays, and being fully released as its own single on May the 4th, 2018. And Juice himself even said that he didn't expect the crooning emo trap ballad to become the major hit that it did.
Not like downplaying it, like I still thought it was like a good song because I put it out, you know, but I didn't think it was gonna be it.
The track was actually a lead-in to Juice WRLD's May 23rd debut album release, landing at number 15 on Billboard and selling around 39,000 copies in its first week. The track was titled Goodbye and Good Riddance, I assume as one final petty fuck you to his ex-girlfriend. Story goes, other rejected titles for this album include I Didn't Even Like You Anyway, I'm Keeping the Cat Bitch, and of course I'm glad you left because your box smelled like an old crab bucket. Unsurprisingly, in this hot new hip-hop interview with Nick Mira, one of his biggest pieces of advice for somebody trying to get into the industry was get a good lawyer.
Number one tip when you want to get in the industry is find people around you that are going to support you. Find yourself a lawyer. It's very important. I'm very grateful for my lawyer and manager, Bird Navarro.
Around November of 2018, rumors started to emerge that Sting had been considering a lawsuit because of a sample in the Lucid Dreams track. You remember Sting, the guy that was always watching you, like a young Mark Zuckerberg. Sure, he's not very well known in hip-hop, but I'll have you know he was working with the police before 6ix9ine made it cool. All of this came to the forefront because in November, Nick Mira tweeted, "Fuck Sting," after apparently taking 85% of the song Lucid Dreams royalties just for interpolating Shape of My Heart, not even actually sampling it. And apparently Sting had threatened to take them to court if they tried to even get any percentage. And Nick was also encouraging his fans to say fuck Sting after tagging Sting himself. And apparently Nick Mira was also pissed off that Sting had flexed the fact that the royalties from that song would be putting his grandkids through college. I mean, imagine meeting Sting's asshole grandkids at a college party. "Oh hey bro, I had to get a student loan to pay my tuition, how about you?" "Oh no, my tuition was paid for because my grandpops finessed a sad rapper out of his royalties." tough. And apparently Sting even threw a little bit more salt in the wound, saying that he loved Juice WRLD's version of his song, basically considering it a cover rather than a song in its own right.
And what are your thoughts on that song?
I love that version. I mean, that song's been covered easily 50 times, maybe more, but that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, I also love Jay-Z's cover of The World Is Yours by Nas. I think it's a great version. Sting's such a cock. But that clout-chasing old grandpa obviously liked that version of his song enough to try and capitalise on its success, because when he went on tour with Shaggy, he managed to work a mashup version of Shape of You and Lucid Dreams into his setlist.
That's not the shape of my heart. I still see shadows in my room.
That's one clout-chasing granddaddy right there. And although Nick Mira's tweets came across saltier than Juice WRLD's ex-girlfriend's crab bucket crust, Juice WRLD himself seemed to take on a much more positive tone about the whole thing. He even seemed pretty happy about Sting's comments in this erratic airport interview.
She wanted Sting say the royalties from that song gonna be paying grandkids toddlers tuition. I bet. Motherfucker, that's some shit. Sting, shout out Sting, that's a gut right there.
Well, that is not before telling his school teachers that they could suck both his left and right nut.
All my teachers that call me dumb probably looking. They can suck my left and my right nut, man.
Yeah, teachers, you better suck both nuts, like some sort of testicular heady one. Juice WRLD's left nut, Juice WRLD's right nut, rude boy, suck both. Now, in Sting's defense, Juice WRLD did admit that the entire song basically revolved around that interpolation, and that it was indeed a Sting sample. And there seemed to be no bad blood between the two artists, with Sting saying that he wishes Juice WRLD well and hopes that he runs into him one day. And since we all know that Juice WRLD is from Chirac, I sure hope he runs into Sting too, with the dicks on him. But aside from Sting's old ass sending his spoiled grandkids to college off the back of a young artist who is actually still relevant's work, the trouble isn't quite yet over for young Juice. Well, perhaps he should change his name to Suit WRLD, because this guy is catching lawsuits like somebody that's just gone into business with Dame Dash. First off, he got sued by a 16-year-old producer for allegedly ripping off a track called Ice for his song Lean With Me. Unsurprisingly, this is another Nick Mira beat. I'd probably be careful about using a Nick Mira beat. Guess that internet money is easy come, easy go, eh? But on top of that, he is also being sued by American rock band Yellowcard for $15 million. On which song? You guessed it, Lucid Dreams. In this case, the suit is more pointed at Juice himself, as it concerns a similarity in melody between their 2006 song Hollywood Died and the sung hook of Lucid Dreams. Someone even made a mashup of that Yellowcard song, Sting's Shape of You, and of course Juice WRLD's Lucid Dreams, thus creating a copyright infringement cocktail so illegal that you will lose money just by listening to it. And unfortunately, that case is as of yet unresolved. So poor Juice WRLD, after being finessed out of nearly all of the royalties on Lucid Dreams by old man Sting, he might end up getting sued by Yellowcard and losing even more money from Lucid Dreams that he didn't even have in the first place. It's a sad time for Juice WRLD, but I'm sure that yet another financial heartbreak will only lead to yet another wave of inspired and amazing emo emotional rap songs. I for one look forward to his next release. Nothing stings harder than losing all your money. But one more exciting thing for any of the true fans that have made it to this point. Y'all motherfuckers done rumbled me. Look at this. Look at this bullshit. Bunch of you guys in my Blueface video rumbled the fact that this is a green screen. I haven't been at home for a hot minute. I've actually been in the process of like moving house, which is a whole long ass thing. But I just thought it was kind of funny that you guys rumbled that I'm not even in my living room for the past few videos. So that made me nice and self-conscious, guys. Thanks. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm moving house, and I've got a whole lot of weird shit going on at the moment. So once I sort that out, I'm probably gonna set up like a new homes. Well, I'll put some pictures, hip hop based pictures up in my living room. It'll have a different vibe. Maybe I'll come up with some new wall art and put it in the merch store as well. But you fucking rumbled me. So if anyone, listen, I keep it as real as I possibly can. But at the end of the day, it just makes more sense for me to green screen myself into the living room I no longer live in, because, you know, this is just the bedroom at my mum's house, which isn't very swag, is it? So I don't know, if anyone's got any good ideas for backdrops that I could use in my videos, Instagram DM me those to @TrapLawRoss, or fucking just don't worry about it. Just pretend that I am in my room that I'm usually in. But when I move, you best believe I'm gonna have a dope ass setup. It's gonna be fire. Oh, I've got to sort all this out. Thanks haters. Peace out. Thank you very much for watching. I just want to say I really appreciate you checking this one out. RIP to Juice WRLD. I wanted to get this video out for you guys and just make sure you got a chance to see it because it meant a lot to me. I really enjoyed researching it and it just broke my heart when I found out that Juice WRLD had passed whilst I was working on it. So thank you very much for watching. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon gang. That's Ainu, Otaku VS, Noah Carter, Candy Cantrell, Jason 4, Pyromancer, Griffin Fuller, Sean Anderson, Antonio Groza, Javier Gonzalez, Monique Vivret McKay, DJ Fred 100, Fabian Cruz, Johannes Zimmerman, Henrik, Henry Bryant, Josh Knappin, Niraj Shukla, Galip, Jessica Simmons, Chris J, Dylan Stuber, Tony Doe, Penis Bag McPenis Face, yeah, I said it, Wilson Psychedelic, and Nessiah. I appreciate every single one of you, as well as everybody else whose name you can see on the screen right now. And if you want to support this channel and get your name in the credits, head on over to patreon.com/TrapLordRoss. I will really appreciate your support. Make sure you follow your boy at TrapLordRoss on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Come show your boy some love, and I try and reply to everybody that hits me up. Thank you very much to everybody that sent me a nice message. Y'all are legends. Thanks for watching. Peace out.